Make sure you're on mute, please. All right, everyone, welcome to the 187 District Court. Today is Tuesday. Let's keep it a Tuesday. Let's not try to turn it into a Monday. It's going to be a great day. So as mentioned before, this is the 187 District Court. Whatever you could not do if you were physically in the court, you cannot do on this Zoom screen. You ought to behave professionally. What that means is you are not allowed to Zoom and drive. Nobody here wants to be a witness or a part of you doing something that you probably don't have the multitasking skills to do. If you can't text and drive, you definitely should not be Zooming and driving. To everyone else, if you're on this Zoom screen, you're not allowed to use the chat box to pick up date. This is not the Bachelor or the Bachelorette. If you use the chat box inappropriately, you will be ordered to appear in court. To all the attorneys, I'm going to call your name. I'm not going to call your client's name. So to all the clients, if you don't hear your attorney's name, it is because they are Zooming in another courtroom. Trust me, you will have a chance to speak with your attorneys, to meet with your attorneys. Just be patient. I'm going to open breakout rooms. When I open the breakout rooms, it's going to invite everyone to go to a breakout room. Do not go to a breakout room unless I specifically call your name and assign you to the breakout room. To all attorneys, if you have an agreement with the state, no matter how small your agreement, you need to put it in the chat box to the court coordinator. She's listed on the screen as Ferguson Coordinator. And if all of you can see, there are more defense attorneys than there are prosecutors. So when I send you to a breakout room, please be patient. Think of the breakout room as a doctor's office. When you get sent to the breakout room, you're not seeing the doctor right away. Your blood pressure and weight is being checked. So I'm going to call the attorneys. This is the order in which you'll appear. If you see that your name is low on the list and you want to Zoom to another courtroom, you're more than welcome to do so. However, if you go to another courtroom, you will be placed at the end of the list if your name is called before you go back. All right, the first person up will be Orlando Castagnon. And my understanding is this is his birth month, so hopefully he's having a great birthday. Brent Dela Paz, Eric Hernandez, Cecil Bain, Ivan Friedman, John Young, Laura Lefton, Roland Garcia, Matt Stohansky, Brent Coffey, Leslie Hertz, Bernard Campion, and Bo Wood. Is there any attorney's name that I have missed?
Good morning, Judge. Lee Cutter.
All right. Anyone else I missed?
Yes, Your Honor. I don't recall hearing Emmanuel Alvarado.
Sorry. I have you now. Anyone else? All right, attorneys, when I call your name, I need to know the name of your client. I need to know whether it's criminal trial division or family violence. Orlando Castagnon.
Antonio Perez at CTD.
Okay. I'll send you to breakout room number 2. Prosecutor will meet you there. Brent Dela Paz. Brent Dela Paz. Eric Hernandez.
Good morning, Your Honor. Leonard McGarry, Family Violence. I had been talking with Joe Ray Garcia, I believe.
I'll send you to breakout room number 3.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Cecil Bain.
Yes, Your Honor. Ashley Perez, it's a pretrial diversion status report, I believe.
All right, Norma, can you, Ashley, what's the last name?
Perez, 2019 CR 131.
All right, Norma, can you check on Ashley Perez for, you said pretrial diversion?
Yes.
All right, can you check on that case for pretrial diversion?
Yes, ma'am.
Just give us a moment. Ivan Friedman.
Morning, Judge. Mario Pena says CTD.
I'll send you to breakout room number 4.
Thank you, Judge.
You're welcome. All right, John Young.
Madam, I have Catherine Blake. Catherine Blake,
Is it criminal trial division or family violence?
criminal trial.
All right, I'll send you to number 5. How are the Magnolias doing?
They've migrated to the top. I can hardly see them now. There's only a few at any given time. You know, some nice roses there, though.
Oh, thank you. It smells up the office and they're very inexpensive. So,
Must
my
go to
goodness.
HEB.
How did you know? All right, you're number 5, Laura Lufton.
Hi, Your Honor. Good morning, Your Honor. How are
Good
you?
morning. Good morning.
I am here on Inez Leal and it's criminal trial division.
I'll send you to breakout room number 6.
Thank you, ma'am.
You're welcome. Roland Garcia.
Good morning, Your Honor. My case is Brandon Garza. It's a family case.
I'll send you to breakout room number 7. Matt Stohansky.
Yes, Your Honor, I am not driving. I have the lovely Miss Norma Jean Eskew driving.
Oh, well, thank you. I can tell you the passenger. Thank you. Hi. Who do you
I
have?
have Ralph Petagone.
Is it criminal trial division or family violence?
Criminal trial.
All right, I'm going to send you to breakout room number 8.
Number 8.
Yes,
Thank you, Judge.
you're welcome. Brent Coffey.
Good morning, Judge.
Yes, good morning.
I have Anthony Salazar, and the state has received his signed pretrial diversion agreement.
Judge, we
So-
just need to reset that. He was already accepted into the program. He was accepted on 6/21.
All right, what
He
date
received
did we get?
paperwork.
What date?
July 26th, Judge.
All right, your excuse will bring you back on July 26th.
Have a good day.
You're welcome. Let's see, Anthony Salazar. And then Norma on Cecil Bain's client, Ashley.
Judge, they, pretrial diversion has sent them the agreement, and they have not signed it since February.
All right, where is
So that
Ashley?
agreement needs to be signed today.
All right, where's Ashley Perez? All right, so Cecil, if you can get in touch with your client so she can zoom in.
I will. I am in contact with her. I thought maybe she'd be here. Yes, thank you.
All right, have her zoom in because she needs to sign that application today.
Yes.
All
Thank you.
right, you're welcome. Leslie Herbst,
Good morning, Your Honor.
good morning.
I'm representing Samuel Albert, CTD. I don't know if he's shown up in court this morning.
All right, I'll send you to breakout room number 9.
Thank you, Judge.
You're welcome. Bernard Campion.
Good morning, Your Honor. Ms. Janelle Butcher, it's Criminal Trial Division. We have an offer that we've discussed. I would like to do a plea today, but we don't have any of the paperwork done.
All right, if you'll let the prosecutors know.
Okay.
Who is the prosecutor you're working with?
Your Honor, my notes, let me see. I did make a note of who it was. We were set for a plea in February, and because of that freeze, the courthouse was closed and it got reset. And I think this is the first court date since then.
Okay, what I'll do is I'm going to send you to breakout room number 10. One of the prosecutors will see because I've labeled it as a plea, and they'll get whatever paperwork. And if it's a plea for probation or whatever it is, if you'll send that in the chat box to Ms. Ferguson before you leave.
Okay, before I go to the breakout room, right?
Yes, and she'll also, if your client is on bond, she'll need your client's email address.
Okay, very good. All right,
thank you. You're welcome. Bo Wood. Lady
Top
Justice
of the morning.
is prepared. Top
Top
of the morning
to you, Judge.
Yes.
My client is David Alonso Salazar. We've asked for a psych. He has missed the last 2 appointments with Dr. Joom. I don't know if he'll be here. I write him and call him, and I've done. I used to, when I was younger, I would drive over and knock on their door, and I've gotten where I don't do that as much anymore.
Yeah. All right. What I do is I give everyone 10:30 to show up. Is there a David Salazar here? David Alonso Saldivar.
Saldivar, correct.
Yes. Okay, I'll give him till 10:30.
And it's a hyphenated Saldivar, hyphenated Salazar. That's where I got both those. But thank you, Judge. I'll come back then.
All
Thank
right.
you. May I be excused? Thank
Yes.
you, Judge.
Judge, he's on page 8 and 9.
All right, page 8 and 9. Thank you. All right, Lee Cutter.
Good morning, Judge. I'm not Lika, I'm her paralegal, but we have our client Grace Handiri is in. I'm waiting for Lee to log in, but it is going to be criminal trial.
Okay, well, as soon as Lee is here, then we will put her in the appropriate breakout room.
Yes, Judge.
All right, thank you.
Not a problem.
Emmanuel Alvarado.
Yes, Your Honor. Here for Carlos Ramirez. It's family violence.
All right, I'm going to send you to breakout room number 11.
Okay.
Somebody has like some nice birds in the background, Brenna. Rebecca, I'm going to be signing your documents.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Judge, when you get a chance, can I see in a breakout room?
Yes, just give me 1 moment.
Yes, ma'am.
I will see you in breakout room number 1.
Can you assign me, please?
Yes.
Thank you.
Everyone, just give me a moment, please. Matt Stohansky, you're back. Oh, you're on mute.
Sorry about that, Judge. Yes, I talked to Marcus. I need to send him some documents. I will get that done today. As soon as I get back from Carson City, I will send them to him, and we should be able to work out a deal.
Okay, where's your client?
He should be logged on. He called me while I was driving down here, and I gave him the passcode.
Okay, I see him. So is this medical documentation? Because we've been waiting for medical documentation since January.
And he sent it to me, and I thought I sent it to Marcus, and I can't get my emails to see. As I said, I will check and see, but I will get it to him immediately. I called my secretary; she hadn't gotten in yet. So,
all right, Norma, on Ralph Perdigoni, can you recall this? And let me see. Can you give them a setting that's
sure.
The week of July 5th?
Yes, ma'am. They can come back on. They can come back on the 7th, Judge. No,
right.
I'm sorry. They can come back on the 6th.
All right, we're going to recall this for July 6th.
Yes, ma'am.
All right, we'll see you all July 6th.
Thank you. Did you notify Mr. Pettagoni of that, or do I need to tell him?
No, he's here on the screen. Mr. Pettagoni, you're excused. We'll see you on July 6th.
Thank you, Judge. Am I dismissed?
Yes.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Ivan Friedman.
Oh, Judge,
Yes.
I need to confer with my client, but it looks like there's going to be a trial case.
All right, Mr. Pena, I'm going to send you to breakout room number 4 to meet with your attorney. And Mr. Friedman, if you'll go back to number 4.
Okay, thank you, Judge.
Anyone else back from the breakout room? All right, these are the people we have remaining in breakout rooms. We have Eric Hernandez on Leonard McGarity for family violence in number 3. John Young in number 5. I think he's already spoken with someone. Leslie Herbst in number 9 with Samuel Albert, Criminal Trial Division. And Emmanuel Alvarado in number 11, Family Violence. Rebecca, on Camarino, I set it for a compliance hearing, but then that other document comes after. They won't let me skip over it.
Okay, so we'll disregard that one as well.
All right, thank you.
Hello, Judge, this is Roland Garcia.
Yes.
I hope I'm not interrupting, but could I get a breakout room with my client, Brandon Garza?
All right, Brandon Garza. Brandon Garza.
He's listed as Brandon Garza.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. All right, Roland, you were in breakout room number 7, Brandon Garza. If you go to 7, please. All right, Ivan Friedman, you're back.
Yes, Judge, I think maybe we might have a deal. Can I talk to the prosecutor again? I'm sorry.
Yes. That would be Meredith. Let me see if she's available.
Or no, I was talking, oh gosh, let's see, who was I talking to?
Let me see what room you're in. I'll be able to tell you who you were talking to. You were in number 4. Yeah, I don't know who it is.
It wasn't Meredith, it was Hunter.
Yes.
It was Hunter. So
Yes.
Hunter's in breakout room number 6. As soon as he comes out of 6, I will send you to speak with him.
Okay, thank you.
And to family violence, there is, let's see, if there's anyone else remaining. Nope, no one else remaining to speak with you. And Ivan, I'm going to send you to breakout room number 8, but don't go there until Hunter comes back so I can let him know that you need to speak with him.
Okay, will do.
All right, thank you. Eric Hernandez.
Good morning, Your Honor. I've received a new offer from the state. I've spoken to my defendant, Mr. McGarry, about that. He's there in the courtroom today. He is asking the court, and the state is agreed to keep it on the table for 2 weeks, but we know it's in the court's hands whether or not this will be accepted in 2 weeks if he chooses to. He would like an opportunity to discuss this plea with his family, since they would be impacted if he is in fact sentenced to TDC. And we're only asking for 2 weeks for that to take place. We could be back on the 7th if necessary, or the 6th if necessary, sorry.
All right, Norma, can you recall Mr. Leonard McGarry for 2 weeks, please?
Yes, ma'am.
And that's July 6th, correct, Your Honor?
The court coordinator will give you the date.
Okay.
That's fine. July 6th.
Is that correct, Norma? July
Yes.
6th?
Yes, sir. That's fine.
Okay. Is Mr. McGarry free to go? He's there in the courtroom.
No, he needs to get a reset form.
Okay.
Correct.
I'm going to give him a call to explain to him on the phone. So if he steps out, I will make sure that he comes back into the courtroom to get that reset.
All right, thank you.
Thank you, ma'am. Am I excused?
Yes, you are excused, and your client will need to appear in court on that day.
Okay. Will I need to appear as well with him?
You can either appear in court or you can appear by Zoom.
Okay. I'll let him know, Your Honor. Thank you very much.
All right, thank you.
Have a good week.
All right, you too. All right, and Norma, I'm gonna put in the chat box the attorneys that are not here. And of course, I don't expect them to be here or the 911 call to go out until maybe 10. Because I realize they're probably in other courts.
Yes, ma'am. Judge, John
Yes.
Young emailed me, said that he's looking for Catherine Blake, was supposed to join him in breakout room 5. And I guess she hasn't made it there. Do you see her?
Catherine Blake, yes, I do see her.
She's supposed
And
to be in
she's-
breakout room 5.
All right. Miss Catherine Blake, I'm gonna send you, you need to go to number 5. Can you click on your phone, just tap it? All right, could you unmute? Yes, all
Yeah,
right.
okay.
So are you on an iPhone or Android?
Android.
Okay, see, Brenda, I ask these questions so I can appear that I know what I'm talking about with all the tech lingo. Now, this is where it's about to get sketchy. So I should know this since I have an Android. Do you see a box or do you see 3 dots where it says more?
Mm-mm.
Okay, what do
Oh,
you
wait,
see? on-
If I clicked on the screen, yes. If I click on the screen, yeah.
All right, so click on more. Do you see where you can go to a breakout room?
Chat, meeting settings, raise hand. Oh, virtual background. No.
All right, it should, breakout room should be on there.
Oh, there it's at the top. Okay, I see it.
Yes, so just go to that breakout room.
Okay.
Thank you.
I don't understand.
Brenda, I feel like I'm on Sesame Street where you accomplish something and you're like, I did it, I did it. All right, Cecil Bain, we're still waiting for your client.
Yes, before today's hearing, we attempted to contact her, notify her that it needed to be done and be present. And we've left 2 messages on 2 different phone numbers today.
All right, so what I usually do is I give everyone till 10:30 to show up. So if you want to zoom out and zoom back in at 10:30, we can do that.
That'd be great. Thank you, Judge.
All right, thank you.
Need to try to contact her.
All right, thank you. All right, and Meredith, can you let, if you can let,
Where she claims that she filled it out and sent it, then at the last
right,
court hearing.
who's talking?
Received it.
Oh, there we go. Meredith, can you let Hunter know that Ivan Friedman wants to speak with him again? And Ivan is in number, I just sent Ivan to number 8. So just whenever he's available. All right, Leslie Herbst.
Yes, Your Honor, we've conferred. Mr. Albert's got some history. I'm trying to get a hold of him, get in touch with him. I'm going to make another effort. It's called the bonding company.
All right, I'll give him till 10:30 if you want to zoom out and zoom back in at 10:30.
Your Honor, I've got a 10:30 Zoom in the 144th.
Okay, well, we will take up Mr. Albert right now then. Is there a prosecutor available?
I am, Your Honor.
All right, court is calling 2020 CR 10550, 2020 CR 10551, 2020 CR 10552, State of Texas versus Samuel Joseph Albert. Could I have parties announced for the record, please, for the state,
Meredith McIntyre for the state.
for the
Leslie-
defense?
Leslie R. Herbst for Mr. Albert.
We're proceeding by video because of the pandemic. Any objection from the state?
No, Your Honor.
Any objection from the defense?
No, Your Honor.
This hearing was scheduled at 9 a.m. It is now 9:40 a.m. The defendant has not appeared on the Zoom screen. Deputy Laura or Deputy Mejia, has there been a Samuel Joseph Albert in the courtroom?
No, Judge, he has not.
Mr. Herbst, have you had any contact with your client?
No, Your Honor.
Have you attempted to contact your client?
Yes, I have.
All right, state.
Your Honor, we ask this court to forfeit the bonds in each case and issue a warrant.
All right, that'll be granted. Your client will be remanded without bond. Mr. Herbst, if you're able to get in touch with your client, the court will reconsider after he presents himself.
Thank you, Your Honor.
All right, you're excused.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Judge, I sent you a chat.
All right, just give me, yes, I see. Thank you. Everyone, just give me a moment. It's Samuel Joseph Albert.
Your Honor, John Young back from breakout room.
Just give me one moment, please. All right, John Young, before I take you up, I believe Roland Garcia was waiting. Or did he go back to a breakout room? All right. Roland Garcia, were you waiting or no?
Judge, I've spoken with the state, Your Honor. At this time, we do not have an agreement on Brandon Garza. However, I did want to approach you on his bond conditions, which I have conferred with the state on.
All right, just give me one moment.
Sure.
John Young?
Yes, Your Honor. On Catherine Blake, I've received an offer from Meredith. What I'd like to do is reset it so that I can have some time to talk to my client and go over the discovery with her.
All right, I'll give you a short reset and I'll extend the plea deadline because I show that the plea deadline date on this case was actually February 16th. So I'll give you a reset. I'll extend the deadline. Have you received all the discovery?
I believe I have, Your Honor.
All right, state on this case, if I could have an acknowledgement of discovery, please. By June 30th. And Norma, can you recall this case for the third week in July, please? Is that enough time, Mr. Young?
Probably, Your Honor, probably.
Okay.
July 20th, Judge?
All right, so we're going to come back on July 20th. Ms. Blake, that's the last time the court will extend any plea deadline dates. So on July 20th, you need to let the court know whether or not you're accepting the plea or rejecting the plea. And if you want a jury trial, of course, we'll make sure that you have your jury trial.
Thank you.
All right.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you. You're both excused.
Thank you.
Judge,
Catherine, give me a call.
All right. Just 1 second, everyone.
Yes, Judge.
Yes.
Can you put Antonio Perez into breakout room 2, please?
Antonio Perez, where are you?
He's in custody, but I'm looking on the YouTube right now and I don't see him. So maybe he's not brought out yet.
Yeah, he's not here yet. So we will, let me send a chat to Norma.
Okay. I'm going to go to the breakout room and just tell his lawyer he's not here yet.
Okay.
Your Honor, if you could put me in a breakout room with my client, Carlos Ramirez, so I can confer with him the state's latest offer.
Okay. You're in breakout room number 11. Carlos Ramirez, if you could go to 11, please. And Roland Garcia, who were you conferring with on your case, Brandon Garza?
Joe Ray Garcia,
All right, so this is headed for jury trial, correct?
I believe so.
All right, and I have the discovery acknowledgement. And the plea deadline date has expired. Have you had a chance to confer with the state on a trial date?
I have not with respect to a trial date, no.
Okay, if you all can confer, I'm going to send you to a breakout room. I'll send Ms. Ferguson to the breakout room with you. And that'll be breakout room number 1. And just come back after you've conferred on the trial date.
Okay.
And then we'll address other issues.
Your Honor, can you send me, sorry, breakout 11, you said my client, but you did not send me an invite.
No, you are already in 11.
Okay, well, how do I get back in there?
All right, are you on a phone?
Yes.
All right, is it Android or iPhone?
Android.
All right, tap on the screen. Do you see
Okay.
anything that say breakout rooms?
Yes, okay.
Thank you. All right, Orlando Castagno.
Yes, Judge, I don't believe my client has been brought to.
We're waiting for Perez, Judge.
All right. Okay. Just give me a moment.
Thank you.
All right, we're gonna get that taken care of. Bernard Campion.
I'm here, Your Honor.
Yes.
And we have conferred. I'm just doing the paperwork right now by email. And
okay, all right.
I'm signing that, and I would imagine it'll go to her, so it might just be a few minutes.
All right, no problem. I was just making sure we had not forgotten about you.
No, thank you, Judge. Okay.
Sure.
All right.
Your Honor, if I could, whenever you're free,
Yes.
So I have Inez Leal. If we could get one more setting and I could speak with her, the state has made a pretty reasonable plea offer that I'd like her to consider. So I think if we had a conversation, it should be able to be resolved.
Okay, her plea deadline date was January 29th.
Oh, okay. Would you be able to give us one more setting as the official final, the end plea deadline, and then we'll go from there?
I'll recall it in 2 weeks.
Perfect.
So you all will have to come back on July 6th, and there will be no further plea deadline dates.
Yes, Your Honor. And I will speak to her right now.
Okay. Do you need to go to a breakout room with her, or are you going to call her?
I'll give her a call.
All right, Inez Leal, you're coming back on July 6th. At that time, you need to let the court know whether you're accepting a plea or whether or not you wish to have a jury trial. You want a jury trial, we'll make sure you have one.
Yes, ma'am.
All right, and Lauren, have you received all the discovery?
As far as what's available, yes, there's no missing discovery at this time.
All right. All right, you and your client are excused.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you.
All right, and Roland and Joe Ray, just give us a second. I'm waiting for Miss Ferguson, or do you all have a date?
We have a date. I sent a chat to Ms. Ferguson on August 6th.
All right, let's find out if that's doable. Norma, is that court date okay for trial? They say they sent you a chat.
Judge, I didn't get a chat.
All right,
Hold on,
okay.
give me 1 second. Hold on, Judge.
Yeah, just Brandon Garza on the 6th of August.
That's fine.
All right, and Norma, do you have an update on Mr. Castagnon's client coming over from the jail?
Yes. They just have a huge docket, Judge, and they're having elevator issues at the jail.
All right, just give us a moment, Orlando.
They said
And
if you-
Judge, just so you, to be reminded, Thursday was the day that I was getting off trying to, we had dealt with that situation on Thursday. Today's not that day.
Okay.
So they just said if you can just give them a few minutes, but they're just having a lot of elevator issues. So they'll bring him up.
All right, so they're bringing him up, Orlando. Happy birthday.
That's Thursday, Judge.
Yeah, but you're supposed to say, well, you know what? I'm not going to start anything about you should celebrate the entire month because I do. But
My
all right.
youngest son took my mojo. He's also this month, so it's more him
Oh.
than me.
Well, he needs to celebrate the entire month. I probably need to have a conversation with him.
That's not.
187.
Okay. So we're going to go on the record on Brandon James Garza. Mr. Garza, you need to unmute.
Yes, ma'am.
And you probably want to sit up instead of
I'm
laying
sorry.
back like you're not in court.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm on my chair. Sorry.
All right. Court is calling 2020 CR 5986, State of Texas versus Brandon James Garza. Could I have parties announced for the record, please, for the state,
Joe Ray Garcia for the state.
for the defense? You're muted, Mr. Garcia.
After over a year, you'd think I'd know where the mute button is, but Garcia for the defense.
All right, we're proceeding by video. Any objection from the state?
No, Your Honor.
Any objection from the defense?
No, Your Honor.
Mr. Garza, do you have any objection with this hearing taking place by video?
No, ma'am.
All right, defense, have you received all the discovery in this case?
All discovery I know about, Judge.
All right, and the court will note for the record that the court received an acknowledgement of discovery on August 4th, that was signed August 4th, sorry, by the state, and signed physically by the defense on August 5th, and the court acknowledged it on August 5th. State, did you tender an offer to defense?
Yes, Judge.
And Mr. Garza, are you rejecting that offer?
Yes, ma'am.
Are you requesting a jury trial?
Yes, ma'am.
State defense, is my understanding that you both conferred off the record. And you all have both chosen the date of August 6th as the trial date. Is that correct, defense?
That's correct, Your Honor.
State, is that correct?
Yes, Your Honor.
And is there any objections to the August 6, 2021 as the trial date? State?
No, Your Honor.
Defense?
No, Your Honor.
All right, then, Mr. Garza, your jury trial date is August 6th. The court will not accept any plea bargain agreements after today. If you decide to enter into any type of plea, the court will only accept pleas that are open to the court. Do you understand, Mr. Garza?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, your jury trial then is scheduled for August 6th at 9 a.m. It's in the 187th District Court, 4th floor, 300 De La Rosa. Do you understand?
Yes, ma'am. I have a real quick question. I have a family member. My grandmother is flying in on the 6th at 7 a.m. I was wondering, I had this scheduled for months. I was just needing to pick her up. Is there any way I could do it the day before, a day or two?
No, your jury trial date is August 6th. You will need to be here August 6th at 9 a.m. in the 187th District Court. A jury will be waiting. Do you understand?
Ma'am. Yes, ma'am. I definitely understand that. I was just hopefully maybe seeing that there was a day before or after. Maybe I could do that.
Here's the thing, Mr. Garza.
Your Honor.
Well, here's the thing. Let me just explain something to him because I don't want him to think I'm being unnecessarily cruel and do not understand. But Mr. Garza,
yes, ma'am.
Each district court and every court in this courthouse, they're given certain dates that they can have jury trials, certain dates that a jury is present.
Yes, ma'am.
So your jury will be present on August 6th. So I can't do it on August 5th, August 7th, because at that time, there will not be a jury for the 187 District Court. The date after August 6th, there will be a jury for another court. So that's why it's August 6th.
I understand.
All right, we will see you then, Mr. Garza. Thank you.
Your Honor, when conferring with the state, another option that the state gave me, which they also found unobjectable, was August 26th. Can we do August 26th so that it doesn't miss?
We've already put it as August 6th, Mr. Garcia.
Okay.
All right. I'm sorry about that.
Also, Your Honor, on this case, the state and I had conferred regarding amending the terms of bond. Currently, there is a no contact order with the complaining witness. The state has conferred with the complaining witness, who is not opposed and in fact does want a no harmful or injurious contact. The state is unopposed to my request, and so we're asking for the conditions of bond to be modified to no harmful or injurious.
All right, let's do this because on the family violence cases, I would like to speak or see the complainant, unless the state is going to go on record as saying they've spoken to the complainant and the complainant wants no harmful or injurious contact. The complainant is not in fear of the defendant. It's probably best if we have the complainant here. And Mr. Garcia, if you want to zoom back in and state if you would like to have the complainant zoom in, the court will take that up. And the court is available all day to take that up.
Okay. We will do that, Judge.
All right. And Mr. Garcia, did you already file a motion on that?
I have not, Your Honor. No, I just conferred with the state on it.
All right. Well, Mr. Garcia, if you can file a motion, you can file it today or email it to the court and include the defense in that email. And that way I'll have it and we'll take up the matter anytime today.
Okay. Thank you, Judge.
All right. You're welcome. Orlando Castano, your client is here. And Mr. Perez, if you'll go to breakout room number 2, please. And Orlando, if you'll go back to 2. Douglas Kapmeyer.
Morning, Your Honor. Sorry, I was in a CPS trial out of Gonzales with Judge Stuckey, and I was trying to see if my client is here. I believe it's Shirley Martinez.
All right, just one moment. All right, is there a Shirley Martinez here? Shirley Martinez.
And calling the number that I have, Your Honor, to no luck.
All right, just give us a moment. Is there a prosecutor available?
I did speak with her mother. I'm sorry about that. I did speak with her mother yesterday. And she was gonna try to get her to call me, and I told her about court today.
All right, is there a prosecutor available?
Joe Ray's here, Judge.
All right, the court is calling 2020 CR 12314, State of Texas versus Shirley Martinez. Could I have parties announced for the record for the state,
Joe Ray Garcia for the state.
for the defense?
Douglas Capmeyer.
We're proceeding by video. Any objection from the state?
No, Your Honor.
Any objection from the defense?
No, Your Honor.
This hearing was scheduled at 9 a.m. It is now 10:01 a.m. Deputy Laura or Deputy Mejia, has there been a Shirley Martinez in the courtroom today?
No, Your Honor, she has not.
And for the record, she has not been on the Zoom screen. Defense, have you had any contact with your client?
I believe I spoke with her mother yesterday, who told me she was gonna try to get her to call me, but she didn't have a phone.
All right, state.
State requests a bond forfeiture and a warrant be issued.
All right, that will be granted. The court will remand the defendant without bond. Mr. Kapmeyer, if you're able to get in touch with your client and have them present themselves to the court, either by Zoom or in person, the court will reconsider.
Thank you, Your Honor. We'll try to call the mom again.
All right, thank you. And this will be the same Zoom link.
Thank you, Your Honor.
You're
May I be
welcome.
excused?
Yes,
Thank you.
you're welcome. Emmanuel Alvarado.
Yes, Your Honor. We do not have an agreement with the state, Your Honor. And you can just set us for the trial docket.
All right, have you conferred with the state on a trial date?
No, we have not, Your Honor.
All right, I'm gonna send you, if you'll go back, Mr. Alvarado, breakout room number 11, a prosecutor will meet you there.
Okay, thank you.
Yes. And is there a Grace Hundari here? Your attorney wishes to speak with you. I'm gonna send you to breakout room number 5. All right, everyone, we're just waiting for attorneys. Just give me a moment.
Judge, Tom, Antonio, are you doing something?
Yes, just give me a moment.
Okay, I'm sorry, Judge. Sorry.
No problem. To the clerks, there should be paperwork coming back for you on Janelle. Yes, Tom, I'm back.
Okay, on Perez and in Orlando, they came over for a specific evidentiary conference. We're done. If they could have a regular reset, please. We are working on resolving a discovery issue, and I'm going to take care of that off docket. And so just a regular reset, because they were here at my request today, and if the court would be so inclined.
Can you please hold?
All right, Norma. And what is it? Antonio Perez, can you give them a 30-day reset?
Yes.
That'll work, Judge.
All right. And those can go back. And the other one that has a B.
That's gonna take me to like August 5th, Judge.
All right. Is there no way to put it at the, are you all okay with August 5th date, or you want it sooner?
No, that'll work, Judge. I have, yeah, that'll work. Excuse me.
We have no objections to that, Judge. It should be resolved by then, the issue.
Okay. All right, we will see you then.
Thanks, Judge.
Thank you, Judge. And so Mr. Presby excused as well?
Yes. Let me see.
He should be back out in the main room.
I don't see him here.
He may have just signed off. I told him to leave the breakout room, but
All right, then we are done, unless you have anyone else with us.
no, Judge. We'll see you
And
later.
Orlando, you take a birthday, not a birth month. That's reserved for your son.
Oh, thank you, Judge.
All
Will
right,
do.
bye-bye.
Bye.
Have a good one. All right. Emmanuel and Carlos, have you all conferred on a date? I'm sorry, Emmanuel and Joe Ray.
Yes, Judge, we have. So we agreed on July 22nd, but if Norma says that one's full, September 14th.
Okay. Norma, can you put Carlos Ramirez on July 22nd?
Give me a moment, Judge.
Okay.
I can do July 22nd, Judge. I can do July 7th, or I can do August 6th.
He's out, but we agreed on September 14th.
No, that's too far out.
It's too far.
Yeah. So do you guys want to confer again on a date?
I mean, Judge, I can go earlier.
And Norma, you say July 7th?
July 7th, I can do it on July 7th, but he said he's not gonna be here.
No, that was August 6th. He's not going to be here.
All right. And that's our jury trial date, Norma?
I have a July 7th. The July 22nd is,
Is July 7th one of our jury trial dates?
yes.
All right. Anyone have an objection to July 7th as a jury trial date?
None from the state.
Your Honor, I would, Your Honor. I would, Your Honor. I do have a childcare situation and on the 8th and the 9th.
There we are.
I'll just put it for the 22nd, Judge. I'll just make it work.
Well, what do we have set on the 22nd?
R.C. Curtis, Judge.
All right, well, this is what we'll do, Norma, because who knows what's going to happen with R.C. Curtis. Let's put it on that date. And then if it doesn't go that day, it will roll over to the August date. That's where we are.
All right.
Okay, so July 22nd?
Yeah, unless you can't go on July 7th. That's what you're saying.
Yeah, let me, if I could speak to I could maybe let the state know, hopefully by end of day today, that July 7th day will work.
No, I mean, we're putting stuff on the record today.
Okay, so I guess you let's just stay with that July 22nd then.
Okay. Unless you want to go and talk to whomever you need to talk to, and we can come back this afternoon.
What time this afternoon?
All right, I tell you what, let's come back this afternoon at 3. Mr. Ramirez, you'll need to be back at 3.
Okay, okay, thank you, Your Honor.
All right, we'll see you both back at 3. Nathaniel David, it's not a day in the 187th if we don't see you.
That's right. I have Willie Contreras and Ricardo Betancourt, judge. They're both CTD cases, and they're both present on Zoom.
Okay. You say Benton Court and who else?
Betancourt, Betancourt, and Willie Contreras.
All right, I'll send you to breakout room number 3.
Thank you.
All right, everyone, just give me a moment.
Yes, Judge, may I please, I just finished meeting with my client. May I please confer with Mr. Garcia for a moment?
All right, Mr. Garcia, if you go to breakout room number 6.
Thank you, Judge.
Marco Bass.
Morning, Judge.
Good
If I
morning.
could,
Who do you have?
one boss, PAZ,
Is it criminal trial division or family violence?
family.
I'll send you to breakout room number 2.
Thank you, Judge.
Bernard Campion.
I'm back, Your Honor, and I've been in the 175th, but we're ready. I think we're ready for that plea. I've signed the paperwork, and I think my client has as well.
Mr. Champion, you're still missing the court's paperwork. It was sent to your email. We're just waiting for you to sign it and your client to sign it. The court
Okay.
document.
Okay.
Right, and Mr. Campion, I'm going to send you to breakout room number 1.
Okay.
The clerks will meet you there, and they'll meet your client there to let you know what's missing.
Thank you.
Judge, was Ivan Friedman's client Mario Pena, was that already given a trial date?
Let me see. What page is he on?
Page 10, Judge.
All right, thank you. No, he hasn't been given a trial date. And he hasn't shown up, so we're just waiting.
For Ivan to come back?
Yes. I don't know where. Yeah, Ivan didn't discuss that, so let me see if Ivan's still in a breakout room.
I just saw that his client's still in 4.
All right. Norma, can you have Ivan Friedman come back, please?
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you. Yes, Marco Bass.
Yes, Judge. Can we get a trial date on this one?
Okay. I'm going to send you, who's the prosecutor you confirm with?
It was me,
Marco.
Judge.
All right. I'm going to send you all to breakout room number 2. Norma, could you go to number 2, please? And once you all confer over a trial date, then the court will, you all both come back into the main room. So if you both could go to breakout room number 2, please.
Okay.
Judge, any available date's fine. July 7th,
Well, just one moment.
August 6th.
All right, just one second.
You said July 7th, David?
Yes.
Okay. All right.
All right, where's Mr. Paz?
He's here, Judge. Juan.
Is he? Juan, could you unmute for me, please?
I'm here.
All right, we're going to go on the record. Court is calling 2020 CR 3963, State of Texas versus Juan Paz. Could I have parties announced for the record, please, for the state?
David Martin.
For the defense? We're proceeding by video. Any objections from the state?
Okay.
Any objections from the defense?
No objections, Judge.
Mr. Paz, do you have any objections with us appearing by video?
No.
All right. State, have you tendered an offer to the defense?
Yes.
And Mr. Paz, are you rejecting the offer that's been tendered?
No.
Mr. Paz?
No.
Well, let me rephrase it this way. Are you requesting a jury trial?
Yes.
All right, so you received the offer from the state, is that correct?
Yes.
All right, and you don't want to accept that offer?
I don't really know what you're asking me.
All right.
Yes, Judge.
Okay. Yes.
So, Mr. Paz, it's my understanding is that the state has given you an offer, correct?
Yes.
You don't like that offer, correct?
No.
You want to go forward with the jury trial?
Yes.
All right. Defense, have you received all the discovery in this case?
Yes, Judge.
All right, state, the court does not have an acknowledgement of discovery in its file. If you could have an acknowledgement of discovery to the court by June 30, is that possible?
Yes.
My understanding is that everyone's had a chance to confer, and this will be coming back for a jury trial on July 7th. Is that correct?
Yes, Judge.
Any objections to July 7th from the defense as a trial date?
No objections.
State, any objections to July 7th as a trial date?
No.
Mr. Paz, you
Yes.
will need to be physically in the courtroom on July 7th at 9 a.m. It's the 187th District Court, 300 De La Rosa. Do you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, we will see you on July 7th for your jury trial.
Thank you,
The
Judge.
court will not accept any plea bargain agreements at that time. If you decide to enter a plea, the court will only accept a plea that's open to the court. Do you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, then with that, you are excused. Thank you, Mr. Boss, for coming in. Have a good rest of your day.
See you, Judge. Thank you.
All right, bye-bye. Lee Cutter?
Yes, Judge.
Yes, what is happening with your client?
Your Honor, I've conferred with my client and with ADA Garcia. And I believe last week her co-defendant named Ty Smith was transferred to the 187th. And he's currently set for September 17th. I believe, and he's represented by Pat Hancock. I believe it makes sense to try them together. I think the state's in agreement with that. So we're
Oh,
asking.
no. Here's the thing. If the co-defendant's case is not in this court, then why is this case here? Ms. Ferguson?
It's here. The both cases are in your court now, Judge.
Okay. All right. And so what do you mean these cases should be tried together?
I think it makes sense for everyone that they be tried, that the co-defendants be tried at the same time.
Well, I mean, the question then would be whether or not people are in agreement that these cases be tried at the same time. Norma?
Yes, ma'am.
We need to recall these cases for Friday.
Okay.
And we need this case. And who is the supposed co-defendant?
It's Ty, T-Y-E Smith, Your Honor. I do have a letter of unavailability on Friday because I'm going to be at the Rusty Duncan. However.
All right, Norma, recall this for Thursday.
It's both days. I'm sorry.
Norma, recall this for tomorrow.
Okay.
And have this Ty Smith case on the same date.
And I will reach out to Mr. Hancock as well, Your Honor. I did speak to him last week. I'll let him know.
So we will see you and your client tomorrow at 9.
Yes, ma'am. I'll be here.
All right. And Norma, do you have the other case?
Check, Judge.
Okay.
I have the cause number.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes.
2020 CR.
I have it.
Oh, I
Thank you.
apologize.
All right. Then we'll see you back here tomorrow.
Ma'am, may I be excused?
Yes, and your client is excused as well. Ivan Friedman, what is happening with your client? Pena.
Judge, hi. We may possibly have an agreement. There's some issues with GPS. I guess I need to talk to my client about again. If you could put me in a breakout room with my client, if possible.
Okay, he's still there. He's in number 4.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome. All right, Nathaniel Navy.
Judge, can I talk to Ricardo Betancourt in a breakout room?
Okay, Ricardo Betancourt. If you go to breakout room number 3, please. And Bernard, we're just waiting to get the paperwork and then we'll take it up.
Great. I think the clerk said she was going to walk you over to you, Judge.
All right, thank you.
Mhm.
Oh, thank you. All right, who's the prosecutor on this case?
Mr. Sanders.
All right, the court is calling 2020 CR 7591, State of Texas versus Janelle Lynn Butcher. Can I have parties announced for the record, please, for the state?
Marcus Sanders.
For the defense?
Bernard Campion for Ms. Butcher, present, ready.
And are you Ms. Butcher?
Yes, I am, Your Honor.
We're proceeding by video. Any objections from the state?
No objection.
Any objections from the defense?
No, Your Honor.
Ms. Butcher, I'm going to show you what's entitled Defendant's Consent to Appear by Video. Did you review that document with your attorney? Did you understand it? And did you electronically sign it?
Yes, Your Honor.
The court will find that the defendant has knowingly and voluntarily consented to appear by video. Next, I'm showing you what's entitled Application for Deferred Adjudication or Community Supervision. Did you review that document with your attorney? Did you understand it and did you electronically sign it?
Yes, Your Honor.
Counsel, I'm showing you what's entitled Discovery Acknowledgement. Have you received all the discovery in this case and did you review it with your client?
Yes, Your Honor.
The court will find that the state is in compliance with discovery. Ms. Butcher, I'm going to show you what's entitled True Bill of Indictment. Did you review that document with your attorney? Did you understand it?
Yes, Your Honor.
Counsel, do you waive the reading of the indictment?
We do, Your Honor.
State, are you proceeding on the indictment as presented?
No, Judge, we're proceeding on count 2, waiving counts 1 and 3.
Any objections to the waiver of count 1 and 3?
No, Your Honor.
Ms. Butcher, I'm showing you what's entitled Court Admonishments. Did you review that document with your attorney? Did you understand it and did you electronically sign it in all the appropriate places?
Yes.
Did you understand what you're charged with in count 2 is unauthorized use of a vehicle? That's a state jail felony. The range of punishment is anywhere from 180 days up to 2 years in the state jail facility and up to a $10,000 fine. Did you understand?
Yes.
If you have a plea bargain agreement with the state, the court does not have to follow your plea bargain agreement. If for any reason the court does not follow your plea bargain agreement and gives you more than you bargained for, the fact that you enter a plea will not be used against you and you will be allowed to withdraw your plea. Did you understand?
Yes.
Did you understand you have a right to a jury trial, a right for you or your attorney to cross-examine and confront any witnesses the state would call them the right to remain silent?
Yes.
Did you understand by entering this plea bargain agreement, you were giving up those rights?
Yes.
Did you intend to give up those rights and enter into a plea bargain agreement in this case?
Yes.
Did you understand if the court were to grant your application for deferred adjudication, if for any reason your deferred adjudication were revoked, the court could find you guilty and sentence you up to 2 years in the state jail facility and up to a $10,000 fine?
Yes.
Counsel, has your client been able to provide you with any defenses to this offense?
Yes, Your Honor.
Do you believe she has a rational as well as a factual understanding of the charges against her?
I do, Your Honor.
Do you believe she's currently competent and was legally sane at the time of the offense?
Yes, ma'am.
Ms. Butcher, has anyone threatened you, coerced you, or placed you in fear to get you to enter this plea?
No, Your Honor.
Has anyone promised you anything other than the plea bargain agreement to get you to enter this plea?
No, Your Honor.
Are you satisfied with the way you've been represented?
I am.
Are you a U.S. citizen?
Yes, I am.
The court will find that defendant has knowingly and voluntarily waived her right to jury trial. I'm showing you the plea bargain page. Did you review that page with your attorney and did you understand it?
Yes, Your Honor.
According to the plea bargain agreement, the state is proceeding on count 2 only. There's a $1,000 fine. It's in parentheses. Does that mean that the parties are asking that it be probated?
Yes, Judge.
There's a $1,000 fine probated. State recommends deferred adjudication, restitution, if any, to Ernest Tagle, T-A-G-L-E. Did you understand that to be the plea bargain agreement, Ms. Butcher?
Yes, Your Honor.
Defense, is that the plea bargain agreement?
It is, Your Honor.
State, is that the plea bargain agreement?
Yes, it is.
Next, I'm showing you the paragraph entitled Waiver of Appeal. Did you review that paragraph with your attorney? Did you understand it? And did you electronically sign it in both places?
Yes, Your Honor.
Did you understand by signing that you're waiving your right to appeal? The only items that can be appealed are written pretrial motions that have been filed, heard, and ruled upon by the court. Did you understand?
Yes, Your Honor.
Council, have there been any such motions?
No, Your Honor.
Next, I'm showing you outside the plea bargain agreement. The state is requesting that your deferred adjudication be for a term of 3 years. There be a top evaluation, 80 hours of community service, restitution, and AA courses. Did you understand that those were recommendations from the state and the court does not have to follow those recommendations?
Yes, Your Honor.
Then to count 2 in the indictment, how do you plead? Guilty, not guilty, or no contest?
I plead guilty.
State any evidence to support the defendant's guilty plea.
Yes, the state offers State's Exhibit 1 and its attachments.
No objection, Your Honor.
Ms. Butcher, I'm showing you what's entitled waiver and consent to stipulation of testimony and stipulations. Did you review that document with your attorney? Did you understand it? And did you electronically sign it in all the appropriate places?
Yes, Your Honor.
Again, did you understand you have a right to jury trial, a right for you or your attorney to cross-examine and confront any witnesses the state would call, and the right to remain silent?
Yes, Your Honor.
Did you understand that today the state will be presenting evidence in the form of witnesses' statements and police reports? But most importantly, there will be no live testimony. Did you understand?
Yes.
Court will find that defendant has knowingly and voluntarily waived and consented to stipulations, testimony, and stipulation. The court will accept into evidence State's Exhibits 1 and attachments and review the same. All right, after reviewing State's Exhibits 1 and attachments, the court will find there's sufficient evidence to find you guilty of count 2 of the indictment. However, the court will defer finding of guilt as you apply for deferred adjudication. Are you proceeding with sentencing?
Yeah, we would request to, Your Honor, please.
All right, anything you wish to say on behalf of your client?
Your Honor, I think Ms. Butcher has, over the last 3 years, has made tremendous progress. She has not only been religiously attending AA meetings, but she has progressed through the hierarchy and is now one of the leaders of their group. She has voluntarily been submitting clean or subjecting herself to hair analysis that have all been clean. And so she is definitely on the right track in life. She's anxious to get this matter closed and try to move on for the sake of her and her family.
All right, Ms. Butcher,
Yes,
are you
Your Honor.
employed?
I am.
And what do you do?
I'm a property manager.
Okay. And if you're drug tested today, what are the results going to be?
They will be negative.
Okay. Do you have any children?
I do. I have a 14-year-old son.
All right. And does he live with you?
He does.
All right. The court will follow your agreement. There's a $1,000 fine that will be probated. 3 years deferred adjudication, restitution, if any, to Ernest Tagle, Tagle, regular Zoom reporting, regular UAs, 80 hours of community service restitution, or you can pay $7.25 per hour to the San Antonio Food Bank. How often do you attend AA?
At least 4 times a week.
All right, we'll do AA 4 times per week. All right, Rebecca, is there anything else she needs?
Are you gonna do proof of employment?
Thank you. We'll do proof of employment within 30 days. There's to be no employment as a home health care provider or any employment that involves supervision of minors. All right, Ms. Butcher, is there anything else you need from the court in order to be successful on this deferred adjudication?
No, Your Honor.
All right, I'm going to show you a document entitled Trial Court Certification of Defendant's Rights to Appeal. Did you review that document with your attorney? Did you understand it? And did you electronically sign it?
Yes, Your Honor.
Because this is a plea bargain agreement, because I followed your plea bargain agreement, and because you waived your right to appeal, you do not have the court's permission to appeal. Do you understand?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, we can go off the record. Ms. Butcher, good luck to you. I appreciate the fact that you realize what your issues are and you were proactive in trying to be better. If you need anything from probation, just let them know. We're here. I want you to be successful, okay?
Thank you, Your Honor.
You're welcome. I'm going to send you to breakout room number 2. Probation will meet you in 2. Mr. Campion, you can go to number 2 with her, or either you can be excused.
Thank you, Your Honor. Thank you,
You're
Mr.
welcome.
Sanders.
Thank you.
All right, Luis Martinez, you're here on Ramsey Gonzalez, is that correct?
Yes, Judge.
All right, have you conferred with the state?
I have not, Judge. I just got into the Zoom. It's one of those days where I'm running from jury setting to Zoom setting to one of those.
So it should be on the main page.
All right, I'll send you to a breakout room.
Thank you.
Yes, I'll send you to breakout room number 3. All right, Nathaniel Navy, you're back.
Yes, Judge. If I could now speak to Willie Contreras in a breakout room.
Okay. I'm going to send you to number 5.
Thank you.
And Mr. Contreras, if you'll go to 5. All right, Cecil Bain, we're back on Ashley Pettis.
Yes, Your Honor. I have nothing favorable to report. We have sent an email and telephone calls to the 2 phone numbers we have, and we've had no response. I would like to give you a background. In April, when we were approved, we sent it to her, and she informed us that she had sent it, but it had not been accepted. So we resent it to her, and I do not have any update after that.
Okay. So here's the question I have for you. Do you think recalling this for tomorrow will help your client appear or no?
I would like to think so, but she has not responded to our phone calls yesterday or our phone calls today, but we will continue to be diligent. I think she's someone that would benefit from pretrial diversion.
All right, do you want the court to recall it for tomorrow? But this will be the last hurrah, so to speak.
May I check just a moment?
Yes.
I'm checking with my wife coordinator. Today is my birthday, and I think I might have moved some other cases over to tomorrow. But I can check in with the court. That'll be just fine.
You sure?
Yes.
All right, Norma, on Ashley Martinez, if we can recall that for tomorrow.
We've got 3 other cases, but I think this one will go closer to Mr.
All right, we'll see you tomorrow, Mr. Bain.
Yes, I'm informed I have other cases, so I will zoom in and make an appearance, Your Honor.
All right, if you zoom in, we'll take your case up here first.
Happy 21st birthday.
Yeah, somebody, yeah, right, thank you. I don't even remember 50 and 60 and 70. I did hear somebody else had a birthday today, Judge. You acknowledge
Yeah, it was Orlando.
Orlando. Okay.
Yeah.
Well,
Well,
maybe,
Cecil Bay, you should celebrate the entire month.
I agree, Your Honor. Thank you.
Okay.
Be excused.
Yes, have a good one.
You too.
All right, Bowood, you're back.
Judge, Norma texted me and said my client is in the waiting room. This is the young man who's missed a meeting with Dr. June. A psychological was ordered, or a psychiatric. And I'd just like to maybe go in the breakout room and talk to him and see what happened.
Okay,
I'm sorry,
where
it's
is he?
Saldivar Salazar. David Alonso Saldivar - Salazar. And I think
I
Norma
don't-
said page 8 and 9.
Yes, I don't see him on the screen.
Norma had texted, said he was.
Oh, he's in the courtroom.
Okay.
So
there-
courtroom, allow him to stay there, and we're going to see if we can get Dr. Jumis to come over.
Perfect. And I've got like 4 other courts. Can I just come back and see if we're able to do that? You want me to wait? I'll do whatever you want, Judge.
No. If you have to Zoom to another court, you can Zoom to another court. But we're going to see if we can get Dr. Jumis to come in.
Judge, thank you, Judge. That's a great idea.
Sure.
I know he was, he likes to work, and so I know he was eager to meet with this guy. So perfect. Thank you, Judge.
All right.
I'll be back.
All right, you're welcome. All right, Ivan Freeman. You're on mute, Mr. Freeman.
Hey, Judge, I'm in 2 other hearings right now. I think we have an agreement. We had some issues about the GPS tracking, but I think we got it worked out.
Okay, awesome. Ramondo Orta, Mr. Orta, you're here? Please tell me you're not trying to drive.
I'm on park right now. I'm parking right now. I'm
Yeah,
coming
I will
from
not be a
Floresville.
part of a violation of any laws.
Okay, I'm parked.
Okay.
I have Robles. I know he,
I'm sorry, what? He's frozen. He's frozen in time. But he has Christopher Robles. It's CTD.
Judge, on Pena, can we reset that for later this week or next week, maybe, to do that plea?
Is there a reason we can't do it now? I'm here. Everyone's here. We can take
What
it
about
now.
this afternoon? I'm in, like I said, I'm in 2 other hearings right now. I'm not going to be able to go over the paperwork.
What type
with
of
them.
hearing are you in?
I'm in a child support temporary orders hearing. I'm in a Hayes County District Court hearing. Then I've also got 2 County Court 13 hearings that I'm about an hour late for already.
Because it makes it seem as though you're the 187th is not important.
I was here first, Judge. I don't know if you remember. I think I was probably the first person to log on this morning.
Yeah, you were, but hey, it's like nothing.
Well, I thought this was going to be a trial, Judge. I'm saving you time.
All right, Mario Pena, we're going to come back at 2:30, Norma, on this case. It's going to be a plea.
Thank you, Judge.
Well, just one second. Does Norma have all your client's information? And you need to go to the breakout room and have your client come back to the main room.
Okay.
I promised everyone that we wouldn't have afternoon docket so they could enjoy Fiesta.
Okay, sorry.
I mean,
Judge.
I don't appreciate that you making me go back on my word.
We can do it tomorrow, Judge.
Well, no, you know what? Sesame Street, they always said never put off for tomorrow what you can do today because something
Yes,
always
no,
comes up tomorrow.
Yeah, if we wait till tomorrow, it might blow up. I understand.
Well, let me ask you this. Let's do it at 2. That way
Sure.
the state will be
I can do
able
it.
to-
I can do it at 1 or 1:30 too. Whatever you prefer, Judge.
We're going to do 2.
Whoa. Oh.
Whoa. Because I want them to be able to enjoy Fiesta. Everyone else is enjoying Fiesta, but I want them to enjoy it safely. We don't want any COVID spreaders.
They could also just dismiss, Judge, and then we don't have to come back at all.
Yeah, well, you know, I'm
This
not.
is just an exercise of First Amendment right case.
Can't you really say every case is an exercise of First Amendment rights, though? Couldn't that really be said?
I bet we would make a lot of money if we had drink hats with face shields on them. You know what I mean?
I'm telling you, although I think someone may have already done that. I could be wrong.
Mr. Friedman, if you could just send me your email and your client's email in the chat.
Okay, I don't know that I have my client's email. I was looking for it.
All right, he's in a breakout room. If you'll go get him, please.
Okay.
Yes. Okay, where's your client? All right, Mr. Freeman. I don't see your client on the screen. I think he probably accidentally signed out.
Oh, I'm sorry, Judge. Yeah, I told him he could go and come back at 2.
All right, we'll see you back at 2.
Okay, and I got the email addresses to him.
All right, please have the paperwork done.
Sure.
When you guys zoom in, I will stay on screen and be able to sign that so that we can take that up and everyone can enjoy their fiesta.
Okay, thanks, Judge.
All
See you this
right.
afternoon.
All right, okay, bye-bye. Luis Martinez on Ramsey Gonzalez.
Yes, Judge. I've conferred with the state. It was my understanding at the time of the plea, because I'm coming in as co-counsel for sentencing. It was my understanding at the time of the plea that a McMife evaluation was ordered. And I'm curious, we're both curious as to whether or not that's been completed.
Okay.
And it's also both of our understandings that sentencing is set for the 30th.
All right, let me check.
I don't think it has been completed.
All right.
Because I think I followed up with Rebecca, because I know they've been taking kind of long. So I think it has to get reset, Judge.
Well, we'll have Rebecca come in and see if she can tell us when this is going to be ready.
Okay, Judge, because if that's ready by the 30th, I'll be ready for sentencing on the 30th.
Okay. All right, we're going to find out if it's going to be ready at that date. Rebecca?
Yes, ma'am.
On Mr. Ramsey Gonzalez, they say they're waiting for, I guess, a McMife evaluation. Do you know when that's going to be completed? Will that be completed by the 30th?
I think it's scheduled for, if I'm not mistaken, the 28th. And as long as it doesn't request further evaluation, that Tacoma evaluation,
Mhm.
the evaluation should be completed by then. But if
All
it
right.
if it needs further, the Tacoma is the one that determines the DDRF program.
All right, well, we'll just need the initial evaluation instead of going through the DDRF, because I'll have the information that I need to make a decision. So, Norma, since they say this will be ready on the 28th, just so everybody can have the report, can we set this maybe, well, I guess we can keep.
That's when it's scheduled, is the 28th, I believe.
Yeah, so when would the physical report be completed? Like the handwritten report or a typed report?
I think they usually need like a couple of days. I
All
think
right.
by the 30th it should be complete.
All right, let's do this. Norma, can you have Mr. Gonzalez back that first week in July? Can we put it on like the 8th or the 9th? Are you free on the 8th or 9th, Mr. Martinez?
I'm free whenever you need me, Judge.
See, I like that. That way everyone will have a chance to read the report and we'll actually have the report.
I can do the 9th, Judge.
All right, so we'll come back on the 9th and we'll have that report for everyone, hopefully before then.
Sounds good, Judge.
Okay. Do you need to speak with your client?
Yes, briefly.
All right, after you speak with him, if you could bring him back into the main room. And Mr. Gonzalez, I'm going to send you to breakout room number 3. And Mr. Martinez, if you could go back to 3, please.
Yes, Judge.
Ed Bartolome. You are here, but you are on mute.
How are you today, Your Honor?
Oh, I'm doing great. It's a beautiful day. We got rain, so plants were able to be watered. So it's going great. You have Mr. Sean Lagish and Christopher McGarity.
Yes, ma'am.
All right, I'm going to
Need to talk to the state on both.
All right, I will see you to a breakout room. All right, and Norma, can you call Mr. Jumis and see if he can come to the courtroom and let him know that the client that he's been waiting on is actually in the courtroom?
I'm sorry, Judge, call who?
Dr. Jumis.
Oh, yes.
And the client is David Alonzo Saldivar. All right, everyone, just give me a moment, please.
Judge, this is Louis Mavia. I'm back from the breakout room with my client.
All right, thank you. Norma, can you let them know that 17C can go back? All right, have a great rest of your day, Lewis.
Thank you, Judge. See you soon.
All right, bye-bye.
Oh, Judge.
Yes.
Oh, one more matter. Mr. Gonzalez wanted me to go ahead and remind the court that he's being held without bond. I have filed motions to set bond on those for your review. Just wanted to go ahead and remind the court.
Okay.
Okay.
And we can have that set. Oh, yeah. So this is, I don't know if you're aware of the history of Mr. Gonzalez.
I am, Judge.
Okay. Because he was remanded without bond on October 22nd for not appearing. And then, well, let's start here. September 1st, he no-showed. Then he was remanded without bond on October 22nd for no-showing. And in between September 1st and October 22nd, another judge lifted the remand without bond. So then on December 15th, he was remanded without bond because he no-showed. And then I had it recalled. And then on February 24th, he was remanded without bond. He no-showed. Then it was recalled on March 12th. And then he didn't show on May 5th. And he was remanded without bond for no-show. Then somebody else recalled it on May 18th. So, you know, we have issues.
And Judge, with his appointment set for the 28th, that may change it if he is released on bond. I don't know if it would be later or not, but
yeah,
it could affect his appointment.
Yeah, the court is not inclined to lift the remain without bond.
I understand, Judge. I wanted to go ahead and just make that known to the court that we wanted to reurge that.
Sure, no problem.
Okay. Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you, Lewis. All right, Norma, can you let them know that 17C can go back? And any update on Mr. Jumis or Dr. Jumis?
Judge, he's down in Mag Court right now. He's asking if one of the deputies can take Mr. Salazar, escort him downstairs for him.
Okay.
And I did speak to Deputy Lara.
Yeah,
Okay.
he's being escorted right now.
Thank you. I love my staff. You guys are so efficient. It's like we've been trying to get him his appointment, and now he's getting his appointment. Okay, and I don't know where Mr. Orta went. He was on Zoom, but he has, oh, Criminal Trial Division. Mr. Orta's in breakout room number 1, waiting for somebody on Christopher Robles. And it's an evading arrest detention. And he also has an aggravated assault against a public servant that hasn't been indicted yet. He's on at the bottom of page 8. And Norma, you said Lane was being recalled for tomorrow?
Yes, ma'am.
All right. To the clerks, could I have cause number 2020 CR 7208, please? It's Anthony Lane.
Was that 2020, Judge?
Yes.
All right.
Thank you. And Norma, can you confer with the coordinator in Judge Carruthers Court when David is seen so that he can get a reset form from us?
Yes, ma'am.
Thanks. Norma?
Yes, ma'am.
Am I the only person whose warranty has expired on their vehicle? What,
No,
I mean, it's like constant.
I get it all the time. I just block them.
Oh, I blocked them and then they call from another number. All right, Raymundo Orta, Mr. Orta, what's
Judge-
happening with your client?
Judge, I had just gotten retained like 3 weeks ago, somewhere around there. Can I get a 30 reset on it, 30-day reset?
No, where's your client? Christopher Robles, where are you? Christopher Robles.
I sent him the Zoom last night.
No, I see him on the screen. He has it unmuted. All right, Mr. Robles, you need to show your video.
Yes, I'm trying. I don't know if it's my radio messing with me. Oh, I apologize.
Are you retained on both cases? And Mr. Robles, here's the thing. When you're in court, you're in court. You're not at work. You understand?
I understand.
So you're going to have to start not being at work when you're in court. You're going to need to take a break wherever you need to take a break. Otherwise, you're going to be required to appear in court. Do you understand?
Yes, ma'am. I definitely understand. I apologize about that.
All right. So, State, do you have the aggravated assault against a public servant?
Yes, Judge.
All right. And Mr. Orta, are you retained on that case as well?
Judge, I'll file my notice on it, but that case should be dismissed. I'll file it
Judge,
today.
If we have a plea agreement, it will wrap up both cases.
All right. So can we come back in 3 weeks?
Sounds good.
All right, Norma, Mr. Robles, can you call this back in 3 weeks for a plea?
All right, we can come back on the 19th, Judge.
All right, we'll see you back on July 19th, and that will be your plea deadline date.
Thank you, Judge.
All right, you and your client are excused.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Uh-huh.
All right, Nathaniel.
Yes, Judge. Can I talk to Hunter in a breakout room briefly again?
Yes.
Yeah. And I was in
Hunter, if you'll go to breakout room number 4.
4. Okay, thank you.
Yes, Judge.
Norma, do you have an update on Tony Jimenez and his client Gabriel Cantu?
Yes, I called the office. They're trying to get Tony Jimenez to log in, Judge.
Okay, all right, thank you.
Norma, I'll be right back.
Hello, Tony. How's it going? Hello. You have Gabriel Cantu? Oh, you're on mute, Tony.
Yeah, Gabriela, I just got notice, Judge. I didn't even know it was on today.
Yeah. All right.
So-
Do you know where your client is?
No, I just got notice. I have to call her and get her on.
Okay. Oh, we can recall it for this afternoon at 2.
No, I'd rather 2 o'clock. Okay, I'll do it. I'm fine. 2 o'clock, yes.
All right, we'll see you then. But just so you know, the court coordinator only gives people the Zoom link, but this is set on the docket by the system.
Okay.
All right,
So-
let me see if your client showed up in the courtroom. Just one second. Deputy Laura?
No,
Yes, Your Honor?
she didn't, Judge, because I just notified her that we were set.
Okay, all right, well, we'll see you back at 2.
And you want her here, right?
Yes, she can do by Zoom. Do you want to confer with the state beforehand?
Yes, Judge, may I?
Yes, I'll send you to breakout room number 1. Everyone, he's on Gabrielle Cantu. It's a DWI. Ed Bartholomew, you're back on Mr. McGarity.
And Mr. Legish.
Yes, what is happening?
I'd like to talk to Mr. McGarity in the breakout room.
All right, where is Mr. McGarity? I think he's in the courtroom.
Well, in that case, Your Honor, can I have him call me on the phone?
Yeah, sure.
That's easier. And Mr. Legish, I'd like to see him too, and he's on Zoom.
All right, Mr. Legish, I'm going to send you to breakout room number 3.
And would you have Mr. McGarity call me on the phone, Judge? Just instruct him since he's in the courtroom.
All right, and courtroom, could you have Mr. McGarity call Mr. Bartholomew on the phone, please?
Thank you,
But he's
Judge.
not excused, but he can call him on the phone.
Thank you, Judge.
Does anyone know what is happening with Nathaniel Navy and his clients?
Paperwork was done on Betancourt, Judge. I'm currently looking over Contreras for him. He had to step into another court, I believe.
Ah, okay. All right, Ed Bartholomew, you're
I've
back.
talked to Mr. Legish, Your Honor. He needs
Yes.
to come in and take one last look at his videos and sit down and talk to me face to face. Otherwise, it'll go to trial. And they made him an offer.
Well, I mean, it shows that the plea deadline date was February 12th.
I know he has.
Has there been a new offer made?
There was, Your Honor. But unfortunately, you know, he needs to come in.
All right, Norma.
And remember, I'm out in July, Judge.
You're out the entire month of July?
Yes, ma'am. I'm only coming in to accommodate you, I think, on one case.
All right. Norma. Norma, recall Mr. Legish for June 28th.
Judge. Okay.
Ed, that's where we are. You know, I can't have the case sitting around for an
He's
entire
on bond, Judge. He's on bond.
No, I hear you.
He got out. Let me look at the 28th, Judge. Just have to have that calendar right in front of me, printed out in advance. I think. Can we do it on the, how about the 27th, Judge? Oh, 28th is a Monday. I've got a plea in Atascosa that morning, Judge.
We can do it the 29th.
I'm looking at that now, too. June 29th, Alexander Gomez, Hayes County. Oh, that's not, Ernest is here. Chris Sandoval's here. Got a trial in 7. Yeah, how about the 29th, Judge? All right.
All right.
The 29th, Judge.
All right. We'll see Mr. Legesh back on June 29th.
Thank you, Your Honor. And I'm still on, I'm on with Mr. McGarity as we speak, Judge.
Okay.
Thank you. Can you tell Mr. Legesh he can be excused?
Oh, yeah, just one problem.
Thank you.
I mean, just one moment.
I'll be right with you, Chris.
All right, Mr. Legish, we will see you back here on June 29th.
And tell him he's loyal, and I'll contact him, Judge. Tell him.
All right, and your attorney says he will contact you. Tony Jimenez on
Thank you, Judge.
Gabrielle Cantu.
Judge,
You're welcome.
we're going to go ahead and enter a plea at 2 o'clock.
All right, we'll see you back at 2.
Thank you, Judge.
Thank you.
Okay, bye-bye.
I hope you've been enjoying Fiesta.
I haven't, not one thing yet.
Oh my gosh, even if you have it at your house. I haven't been in public enjoying it, but I did put on a Fiesta pin at my house and drank some tea. So I think that counted. And I watched the parade on TV.
Well, I'm good for the iced tea, and I guess I will throw a cascaron on somebody's head then.
I'm gonna pass on that, but okay. All right, we'll see you at 2.
Okay.
Goodbye. And okay. Everyone, I think we're gonna break at noon so people can enjoy a little bit of the festivities, and we'll come back at 2 and everything should be ready. That's going to be ready by 2.
Hey, Norma, I'm gonna chat you the deal on Tony's client.
Okay, thank you.
Well, actually, I'm going to close breakout rooms. To remove Galaxy. Ed Bartholomew,
All right, Judge, go ahead.
your client, Mr. Legish,
Yeah.
he's still in breakout room number 3. I don't think he knows how to leave. So I'm just going to close all the breakout rooms and that should kick him out.
Thank you, Judge.
And what are we doing with Mr. McGarity?
I'm conferring right now, Judge, on the phone.
All right, thank you.
Thank you. He's in the hall talking to me.
All right, so Ed, we're gonna take our break at noon. Mr. Lagish, you're gonna be back by Zoom on June 29th. Could you unmute for me, please?
Oh, yes, ma'am.
All right, the court will not give any further plea deadline dates. Do you understand?
That what? I didn't hear you.
I said you will not receive any further plea deadline dates. That is your last day to make a decision on whether or not you will accept or reject the state's offer, okay?
Okay.
All right, thank you.
Yes, ma'am.
Bye-bye.
Your Honor.
He'll be right with you.
Hello, is something needed? Ed Bartholomew, you're on mute.
Sorry, we haven't resolved Mr. McGarity yet, Your Honor. We're continuing to talk. What do you want us to do?
Since you are going to, let me see, McGarity, just 1 second.
And I'm going to go back and talk to the state a minute too, Judge.
You're going to need to talk to the state because this is a 7-setting case. So it's either going to be resolved or, either through a plea or either jury trial.
Well, I understand it's one way or the other. And
Yeah.
the question is, when will it go to trial? That's all I'm interested in, if I have to go.
Okay. All right. So who do you need to confer with on whether you're going to trial or not?
The state, Judge, first.
All right. I'm going to open breakout rooms. Nobody go to a breakout room unless I specifically assign you. Ed, if you'll go to breakout room number 1, a prosecutor will meet you there.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Your Honor.
Yes.
I guess we're gonna pick a trial date.
All right, I'm gonna send you all to a breakout room with Norma Ferguson.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Norma, if you go to breakout room number 1 and discuss a jury trial date for them, and then we'll put it on the record.
Thank you, Judge.
You're welcome.
Breakout room number 1. Breakout room. Your Honor.
Yes.
August 6th, Your Honor, was the date we were given, and I have Mr. McGarity on the phone. He's in the hall.
All right, he needs to come to the back to the courtroom.
Go back into the courtroom right now, please.
Yes.
Hang up. Go into the courtroom. Chris.
All right, in just one moment, let me grab his file. All right. Court is calling 2019 CR 2230, State of Texas versus Christopher McGarity. Could I have parties announced for the record for the state?
Joey Garcia.
For the defense?
Edward Bartolome on behalf of Mr. McGarity, Your Honor.
And are you Mr. McGarity?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, I'm going to you're going to need to speak up for us, okay? So we can hear.
Yes, ma'am.
All right, we're proceeding by video. Any objections from the state?
No, Your Honor.
Any objections from the defense?
No, Your Honor.
And the court will note that Mr. McGarity is in the courtroom. Mr. McGarity, do you have any objections to us proceeding by video?
No, ma'am.
Defense, have you received all the discovery in this case?
I believe that I have, Your Honor, and I would request leave to request additional should I find it necessary. And I know they have an ongoing duty, Judge.
All right. My understanding is that you all had a chance to confer in the breakout room on a trial date. Is that correct?
That is correct, Your Honor, on behalf of the defense.
And state, did you have a chance to confer with the defense on a trial date?
Yes, Judge, we did. August 6th is the date we discussed with Norma.
All right, Mr. Bartholomew, do you or your client have any objections to August 6th as a jury trial date?
No, Your Honor, not at this time.
Well, I mean, it's either this time or no time.
But this time, no, Judge.
Okay. And the court will note for the record that the court has an acknowledgement of discovery in the court's file that was signed by the state on July the 9th and electronically signed by the defense on September 14th and electronically signed by the court on September 14th. Mr. McGarity, your jury trial then will be August 6th at 9 a.m. You obviously know where the courtroom is. You'll need to be in court at 9 a.m. Do you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
The court will not accept any plea bargain agreements that may or may not be reached on that date of August 6th. The court will only accept pleas that are open to the court. Do you understand, Mr. McGarity?
Yes, ma'am.
And Mr. Bartholomew, did you all receive an offer from the state in this case?
We have, Your Honor. It's been conveyed to my client.
All right. And Mr. McGarity, you're rejecting the offer, is that correct?
Yes, ma'am.
And you wish to proceed to jury trial?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, we will see you then on August 6th at 9 a.m. in the 187th District Court, Mr. McGarity.
Yes, ma'am.
All right, and if there's nothing else, Mr. McGarity, you will receive a reset form and then you will be excused.
Thank you, Your Honor.
All right, thank you. Have a great rest of your day.
And Your Honor, as an aficionado that I know you are of rock and roll, in the words of the Chambers Brothers, time has come today.
I know the song.
May we be excused, Your Honor?
Yes, he's just going to sign the reset form and then he'll be allowed to leave.
Thank you, Judge. Thank you, Joe.
And everyone else, I said that we would take our, let me close the room. I said that we would take our break at 12, so it's 11:59. I think we're 30 seconds ahead of schedule. Let me check. So it is now 12 p.m. So we're going to take our break. We'll be back at 2, and then hopefully we will be done by maybe 2:30 or 3, and everyone can enjoy the rest of their fiesta. Everyone have a great rest of your